In this, and said you were going to bring a win. How'd you feel with this win? It looked like it was a tough battle in there.
Yeah, it was definitely a war. We knew he was going to be tough. A lot of people knew he was going to be tough. That's why people were excited for this fight. It was a step-up fight for me, and I'm glad he, gave me some tough rounds because that's what makes a fighter better, and I can go back and learn from this and move into bigger and better fights.
What did you feel from this?
He was tough, he kept coming. He took my best punches and kept coming. Other than, he didn't fold. I hit him with some body shots that definitely hurt him, but he kept coming because he's a warrior too. So when I hit him with those body shots, when he wanted to go down, he stayed up and kept pushing and kept those arms swinging. So that was the difference. Yeah. He never hurt me, but I did, his nonstop pressure and punches did fatigue me a little bit, but I was never hurt. And that's why I told everybody, I was just reassuring to everybody in my corner, I'm not hurt, I'm good, you know what I mean? It's just a tough fight.
Hey, Joey, you've been busy. Talk to us about how the activities help you get better.
It's kind of like trial by fire. I'm 19 years old, so experience is what's going to make me as a fighter. That's why you got to stay busy. You got to experience different types of fighters. You got to experience fights like this, tough fights where you go into the trenches. And that's what's going to make me. This is where I'm learning. I'm learning on the job.
You still got 2 more fights before the end of the year?
Yeah. I'm going to fight in September and then probably before the end of the year as well, after that.
At what point in the fight did you feel like those body shots were doing the damage that you intended them to do?
Probably in the 5th round, I really started to see him, I hurt him with one in particular, and then I followed up with it. And from that point on, he wasn't the same. That's why I was able to close out the show strong, from the body work that I was doing. He had some good body work as well too, and I think we were going to war on the inside, and it was a battle of body shots and coming back up to the head and who could land the better body shots. And I think that that's the spirit in me. I want to fight on the inside. I want to fight, toe to toe. We were talking in there. It was a really competitive natured fight. There's been a lot of things going into this fight. I think the biggest thing I'm going to learn going into other fights, I've got boxing ability, that I showed in the first couple rounds that, when I start sitting in, I'm really wasting my boxing ability. I need to stay on the outside, keep the jab pumping, and just outbox these guys instead of going into a phone booth toe-to-toe fight. But that's just how I like to fight. I told the fans that before the fight, and I doubt that's my last type of fight like that too.
Probably the most entertaining fight tonight.
And that's what I love to hear, We knew he was going to be tough. That's why my management put me in there with that type of fighter, because you got to learn off these type of fighters and these type of fights. So to hear, I've had a lot of people tell me that was the best fight of the night. I love that. I love that. I've been seeing that all over, social media and things like that. That was the fight of the night and one of the candidates for fight of the year. We really brought a good show.
So when we get back in the gym, how long is the layoff?
Probably a week. I'll be back in the gym. I'll be back in the gym, training, working on my craft. Taking it all in and getting ready for September.
What's those conversations like in your head when you're like, I know I have the amateur pedigree to box on the outside, but God damn it, I got to fight this guy on the inside and try and win this fight?
It's so, everything is mental in this game. So, I'm like, use a jab, stay on the outside, but then I'm like, I'm going to knock this dude out right now. And he can't handle my punches. And it's just it's a back and forth thing in your head. You got the evil devil and an angel on your shoulder telling you to do different things. But at the end of the day, I'm just working on listening to the right one fight at a time.
What have you learned from this fight, Joey, that you can do in your next fight to, just make some improvements and advance your style, just get better as an overall fighter?
I'm going to get better as an overall fighter. I think I'm a better fighter than I was my last fight. I fought a better fighter than I fought my last fight, and I think I improved. I'm in better condition than in my last fight, or else I wouldn't be able to finish the fight as strong as I did, and get those last couple rounds. I'm going to watch film. I'm going to figure out what those things are. But at the end of the day, like I said, I'm 19, and I will be at the very, very top one day. And this is all the process and the journey to get there.
What didn't you like about this fight?
I'd have to watch it to know. Obviously, you always want a dominant performance. You always want a dominant performance, where I don't want to be in fight of the year type of fights always, fight of the night type of fights, because that means that you didn't dominate, and we're perfectionists, But obviously, I always want to be exciting, but in a, more one-sided way. And but credit to him because he came and he brought the best out of me. I think it's hard to know with a type of fighter like that, how hard he's going to actually come, you know, and how many shots he's going to be willing to take.
At this point, are you ready to go longer rounds? To 10.
I think I will be by next year. I'll be doing my first 10-round fight by next year. Yep.
Obviously now these guys are probably going to age and wait out because you're 19.
Yeah.
Hope you're 7-0?
8-0 now.
8-0 now. Okay.
Yep.
What's some of the prospects that you're looking at? Like, okay, into 2021, we about 22.
So prospects like around my age?
Yeah,
what you're saying?
record-wise, age-wise.
Who is there at 154 that's a prospect? You know, 'cause I mean, there's a lot of guys at the top, but I feel like all like the top prospects are like in the lower divisions, like the prospects that people are really looking at. You know, so I'm waiting on my dance partner to come along that I'm like, okay, this is the fight that's probably going to build, and I'll probably fight them in 2021 or 2022. But I haven't seen that guy yet at 154 at least. You know, I think I'm pretty much the one, you know, really talked about prospect at 154. So with that being said, maybe someone will come up. I mean, of course there will, you know, and if not, there's some young champions at 154 that I'll be able to move into fighting, you know, at some point in the future.
How hard were you pressing for a knockout versus sticking to the plan of boxing, or was the plan to go on the
I mean,
inside?
you always want to knock out. I hit him with here's what, in the second or third round, I came out and hit him with a feint hook, and I really, you know, I hit him clean in the jaw with it. At that point is when caution the win. I was like, all right, I'm going to get the knockout. And that's when my heart started beating fast because I was thinking about the knockout. I kind of almost wish that wouldn't have happened. I hit him with a really good left. I also hit him with a really good right that a lot of guys would have went down from if and I just got to stay on my game. You know, when I hit a guy with a big shot, no, that's part of the plan. At one point, I hit him with that right hand and then try to leap in and throw a left hook and get him out of there, you know, right away. And I took a shot myself, you know. So that's part of the learning curve of it. Hit him with a good shot, turn. I've got the pedigree. I've got the amateur experience. Turn, work the jab, you know, work the jab to the body, keep going, and then set up the next shot instead of trying to, you know, lay into him right away after you hit a good shot.
What would Andre Ward tell you after this fight?
Well, he told me yesterday, he texted me and he said, don't fight for the fans. You don't owe the fans anything. Stick to your jab and box this dude. And so I really went in there thinking about that, hit him with the good shot, and, you know, wanted to fight on the inside. So I got to listen to the advice more about
what would that text say tomorrow morning? Let's say he hypothetically texts you tomorrow morning.
Right.
What would that text say about?
I think I can probably hear it. Just, you're learning on the job. This is good for you. This is the type of rounds you needed. This is what's going to make you a better fighter. And I know that's what he would say. And yeah. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you, Joey.
Thank you,
Good
everybody.
job, man.
Thank you, everybody.